Hello YouTube, this is an alcohol review of Shanky's Whip. According to the bottle, 33% alcohol by volume, 66 proof, 750 ml bottle, made in Ireland, trademarked. Always one to buck the trend, they say, which probably explains the bottle. Now, I have noticed that when it comes to Asian whiskeys, they have their own idea of bottling. Clearly different than, say, us Americans who like our square bottles for some reason, i.e., Jack Daniels, the list goes on. So this kind of a thing is, engravings and whatnots, is, yes, is bucking the trend when it comes to whiskey bottles, but only American whiskey bottles, possibly Irish. I don't know the exact numbers on these things, but I do know us Americans like to see a square bottle and know that there's booze in it versus something that came out of a pharmacy. There we go. It is a red to purple hue. Dark, 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 dark. The website claims that Shanky, that's nice. Did I say Swanky before? Shanky's Whip. The guy likes coffee and the guy likes cream. So, oh, and porter. And that explains the dark was the porter. We do the swirl thing here. Stop. And it tears heavily and almost immediately. Surprising. It is a nice coffee cream scent to it. And pop. Now, hopefully there's no other interruptions. That was an odd edit for me, but neighbors, what are you going to do? All right. And roommate clawing at the window. Lots of tearing. The smell is wonderful, but not what you'd expect, considering it is an Irish whiskey. It's creamy and chocolatey. Hints of coffee all the way through. And like I said, the website proclaimed the maker liking cream, liking coffee, liking porter. You get this wonderful creamy coffee all the way through. Don't know where you get a porter in on the nose, but you definitely get it with the eye. Or there could be the darkness from the coffee. Hard to tell. But a wonderful, delightful nose. Almost too sweet on the nose. So be warned of that. Now, the taste is almost identical to what you get in the nose, but there is a slight burn that wants to come up, hold on to your tongue, and stay through the entire time that you're getting your hang time with, as in the length of the flavor on the palate. That burn does eventually kind of fade out as your taste buds adjust, but until then, it is as if you have a, how to put it. I know you don't. People should not give coffee to children, and coffee is debatable whether it's good for adults or perfectly fine or even healthy in some cases. But think of a juvenile's version of coffee, as in there's a little too much sugar, a little too much cream, and I think Mm, a little bit of vanilla added into it, but definitely too much cream, too much sugar, and really like a bitter dark chocolate added into it, and that is comparable with what you're getting here. Like I said, there is the burn from the alcohol, so don't worry. It is an adult beverage. You will get that when you take a sip of it. But when it meets the nose, very pleasant, almost kidsy type of odor to it. Kids as in what a kid would drink. The taste matches up quite well with that as well. Now, normally, when I see on the label, good in cocktails or straight up or on the rocks, it means it's no good straight up, uh, barely tolerable when it comes to on the rocks, and best in a cocktail. I have no idea what cocktail you would put this with. It's so sweet that if you put it in with any kind of cola, it would be a sugar bomb on the palate. I've had this on the rocks of various styles, and it's shaves off those little burning parts, the sharp edges, which makes it, I wouldn't call it a sugar overload or sweetness overload, but it gets awfully close. What I like most about this is the cream. How they put it in, I don't know, but the creamy notes really do it well. That would also conflict if it was, in my opinion, with any kind of cocktail. Because cocktails, you want varying flavors and layers, and you want more than what the alcohol is providing. That's what the rest of the cocktail is there for. In this case, it's like I said, is bordering a sugar bomb. Adding any kind of soda to it will flip it over. Any kind of fruit juices, I don't think would do it well either. And obviously, you're not going to go and put it in a sour. I think you would destroy the sour, and you would destroy what you have in your glass. I said the rocks, you're not really helping it matters. If anything, you're kind of blanding out a little bit of it. Straight up neat, like we have here, I believe is the best way to handle this. Now, is this kind of a thing you'd have at the end of the day? I really don't think so. Is this something, like in the winter when the snow's coming down, or in the summer when the heat's on, and you're trying to, like I said, an end of day, all right there again. No, I believe this is what would consider a dessert whiskey, through and through. So this is what you would have before end of day, and after your meal, after your last dinner. This is something you would. I know this is going to sound terribly sexist, but this would be definitely something you would give the missus, or whatever lovely lady you're entertaining. Give her something like this, especially if she's never come across it before. There's nothing really offensive about any of it. Like I said, the burning is just hints on the edge of the tongue. It is quite tasty all the way through, especially if they like chocolate and or coffee. Those definitely should fit their palate blend, their wheelhouse, if you will. As for us macho men, manly, it's a kid's drink. I mean, no offense to the fact that it's 33% and that sort of thing. It's great for something totally different, but you get accustomed to, you know, the flavors of a bourbon or a whiskey or any other kind of spirit like that, and the strengths versus the atmosphere. This screams meals over or some other party time. The evening is this is not even kicking off the evening. This is in the evening, and everybody's having fun, and you just don't want to blow your palate out. Like I said, it's on the edge of a sugar bomb, but that's about it. It's nice. I like it, but then again, I enjoy flavored whiskeys. Things that are kind of offbeat, from the old beaten path, as it were. To repeat myself, this is Shanky's Whip. Like I said, give it a try. It's worth the price of admission. Just be warned, if you're a traditionalist, this will I don't think this will please you at all. It'll be an interesting anomaly, but that's about as far as it goes. The rest of you out there who prefer a bit of a lighter, I think will like it. There's so many other flavors going on that's not alcohol or expected. It's a wonderful surprise. Give it a try. See what you think. Shanky's Whip. Any comments about it down below? Be warmly accepted as always. Or better yet, go out, buy it, and try it yourself. And let the rest of us in the YouTube spirits community know your thoughts on Shanky's Whip. I hope it didn't sound too sexist in there, but this would be definitely something you would just, hey lady, give this a try. Tell me what you think. It's not offensive and tasty and chocolatey and coffee and all those good things. But my humble opinion. You guys tell me what you think. Until next time, keep on drinking.